Hi everyone, Abby here, and welcome back to my channel for Tech Tuesday, or welcome if you're new. So as many of you guys know who have been following my channel, I've recently gotten the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4. And a lot of you want to know what I think about it and if I think it's worth upgrading or not if you're someone like me and you have an older Slab phone. I am not someone who's just going to upgrade to something because it's new. I want to see if it has enough features that are beneficial to me to warrant me to go through the hassle of upgrading. But the Z Flip 4 had enough features to get me interested, enough to buy it and try it out. And I'm going to let you guys know if I think it's worth upgrading or not. But before I get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed so you can stay tuned to all my new videos dropping weekly, and so you can help the channel grow. But before I kind of get into the pros of the Z Flip 4, I'm gonna give you guys some pros of the S9 Plus so you guys get a little insight as to why I've kept this phone. Now I know this is an older phone, guys, but I have liked this phone so much that I've kept it all of these years, almost 4 years now. So the first reason I've kept the S9 Plus for so long is this phone has a headphone jack. And I love headphone jacks. Some of you guys might not care about them at all, but for me, they are super handy. And the S9 Plus was the last Samsung phone that had a headphone jack, and one of the last phones, period. They're so handy because Bluetooth devices, sometimes they die, sometimes there's connection issues, and you know what never has an issue? A headphone jack. Another thing is it does have expandable storage up to 400 gigabytes. With all the new smartphones nowadays, like the Z Flip, it's all fixed storage. We no longer have the ability to add expandable storage. I know Samsung's just doing it to force you to buy, more like cloud storage or to buy higher capacity storage phones, and I hate that, guys. Having the ability to switch out your memory here when it fills up is just so crucial. It does have a heart rate sensor at the back here, and I can just use that whenever to get my heart rate reading, and it's a nice little health metric that I have from my smartphone. It also has a retina scanner as well, which is really nice. It's a very secure way to unlock your phone. It has an IP68 rating, so it's water resistant and dust resistant. And the final reason that I've kept the S9 Plus for so long is that this thing is a tank. It is so durable, and I've dropped this thing, no lie, over 100 times since I've had it, and hey, it's still going strong. There are no missing buttons. It is holding up amazingly, and that is one reason why I've really held onto this phone for so long. I guarantee that if you were to drop some other smartphones, some of the newer ones, nowadays 100 times, they would definitely not make it. We'd see broken screens, we'd see cracked glass on the back, maybe buttons falling off. So those are the main reasons why I did keep my S9 Plus so long. Now, I will say I have tried a lot of different smartphones in that time period, such as the Samsung Galaxy S10, S20, S22, and the Google Pixel 5, but I actually ended up returning all of those because they just really didn't have features and a user experience that I liked better than the S9 Plus here. Also used iPhones in the past, and while I did like them, I just prefer the customizability options that you do have with Androids over iPhones. And some things I am not liking about the S9 Plus that are causing me to think about upgrading are the battery life. The battery life is finally starting to show its age, and it is draining a lot faster than it used to. It's also slowing down a bit, which has been quite annoying. This is only 4G compatible, not 5G. When I'm on my data, it's a bit slower than it should be. And finally, this is not Wi-Fi 6 compatible. So now I'm going to tell you guys all about the Z Flip 4. I'm going to talk about the pros. The first reason is the Z Flip 4 is extremely portable. Now, this portability is probably the #1 reason why most people will buy it. For women in general, I will say we typically have smaller pockets than men, and especially our jean pockets. When you compare it to men's gigantic pockets, it's just no comparison. So for women's pockets, you literally cannot fit a Slab phone this size into your pocket. It's just not going to fit. It is too big. But you know what will fit in those smaller pockets? The Z Flip 4 flipped in half. And this is fantastic for me because I don't have to worry about, bringing a bag with me. If I want, I can just stick this in the pocket of my jeans or my leggings and it fits just fine. Another thing is that a lot of women do have mini purses and belt bags and clutches, and a Slab phone just will not fit into those bags. But the Z Flip 4 does. And I love that because I have a lot of different bags, you know, belt bags, and I love to be able to put my phone in all of them, but I just couldn't do that with the S9 Plus. There was various bags that they just would not fit into. But the Z Flip 4 literally has fit into all of my bags that I have tested so far. And for my male viewers watching out there, you will definitely like that this will fit into your pockets and it will allow you a lot more room left over so you can put other things in with it. You guys might not realize it is so satisfying to be able to be talking on the phone and you just end the call by shutting your phone. It's way more satisfying than just clicking a button. So the user experience here is really great, and it's something that I can't really explain to you. You just kind of have to feel it for yourself. So another nice feature about the Z Flip 4 is that you are able to multitask like no other. Folding it in half, you're completely separating two different parts of the phone. You can have two completely different apps open, and it works really well. I haven't had any issues whether you're using it in landscape mode or if you're using it in portrait mode. Either way, it's just super easy to use two different apps at once. You can always change the size of the windows if you want to make one smaller or bigger. So another great feature about the Z Flip 4 is that it is fast. That Snapdragon 8 processor can download things in a breeze. You can navigate through the phone really quickly. And I just like that because it's just really speedy if you're trying to go through anything on your phone. There's not really a delay. It's definitely a big speed bump up from my S9 Plus. So I'm just gonna give you guys a little example here. All right guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and install the exact same theme here on both phones. Here we go. You see this one is done installing the theme, and this one a lot slower. Everything is streamlined to the right side of the phone. We have our volume up and down rocker. Right here, we have our power button that also doubles as a fingerprint sensor. So it's just super easy to use one-handed. You don't really need your other hand, where with my S9 Plus, we had, you know, volume over here, Bixby button, and we had power on this side. And another thing is I really do like the position of the fingerprint sensor here. It's just easy to use. Where this one, it was at the back right here. And a lot of the time when I was first using it, it's just like, where is it? And it's hard to see because you can't see what you're doing from the front of the phone. And talking about buttons, we no longer have the Bixby button on the Z Flip 4 here. And I love that, guys. No more of this. And I would accidentally click it all of the time. And then if you click it, even when it's deactivated, if you click it twice, Bixby still opens up. And I just prefer to use Google as my voice assistant. So I like that Samsung finally got rid of the Bixby button, which they had put on so many phones. Another pro about the Z Flip 4 comparing it to a Slab phone is the cover screen. Now, I like this because I'm able to just see things at a glance, like the time, I'm able to see notifications, I'm able to just turn on a flashlight if I need it, turn on or off the Wi-Fi, basically do quick things without actually having to open up the phone. And I'm someone who doesn't really like to spend hours and hours on my phone, and I'm actively trying to spend less time on my phone. So this just kind of creates a bit of a barrier against doing that, because I actually have to open up my phone and then I have to go open the app, and it kind of stops you from doing that. You know, instead of scrolling through social media like Instagram or TikTok or something, you can just be scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and before you know it, an hour has gone by and you're like, oh, where did my time go? The Z Flip 4 kind of prevents and deters you from doing that, because using the cover screen, you can quickly just answer quick texts, set timers, like do basically just general things without having to open up your phone and get into that social media kind of trap. Another pro for the Z Flip 4 is it does have super fast charging capability, up to 25 watts fast charging, and that is faster than what I had with my S9 Plus, which only was compatible with fast charging 15 watts. Basically, that equated to charging my Z Flip 4 about 15 minutes faster than my S9 Plus. So when I did charge them both from kind of 0 to full, I charged this one in 1 hour and 25 minutes. Another pro about the Z Flip 4 compared to my S9 Plus is that it does have improved cameras. Now, I know the cameras here are not the best flagship cameras on the market like we have on the S22 Ultra, the S22 even. I'm hoping that the future version, the next Z Flip, does have like better flagship cameras, because for the price we're paying, like, we should be getting those cameras. But I will say that coming from an S9 Plus, I am seeing a camera upgrade. We are seeing more pixels. I'm also getting increased low light performance, more bokeh, and we're just seeing overall clearer photos, and I think the colors do look better on the Z Flip 4. Honestly, when I'm comparing the photos, it looks like comparing like 1080 to 4K. I have some test shots on screen for you guys. So to my eye, the Z Flip 4 is definitely having sharper images here. The low light performance is a lot better here. Honestly, you won't even be able to tell in the photo that it's low light. And there's a better audio experience in my opinion too. Like the audio just sounds better. So I'm just gonna play, a video from both, and you guys can comment below and let me know which one you think sounds better. All right guys, so I'm gonna start off with the S9 Plus so you guys can hear what that audio sounds like. Gorilla Glass 3 lens, a 20mm quick release silicone watch band. It has built-in GPS. I'm going to turn up the volume. Talks a variety of activities such as runs, biking, open water swimming, triathlons, and more. And now with the Z Flip 4. About this watch is that it gives you a morning message. As soon as you wake up in the morning, you will see the weather, you're going to see the time, the date, and then you can see a suggested workout for today. You can see how you slept. And the final pro about the Z Flip 4 here for me is it has a beautiful display. Now, we all know that Samsung is fantastic with creating displays that just look awesome. Now, the S9 Plus here is definitely not bad, but the Z Flip 4 just looks better. And this is really noticeable when you are looking at photos or if you're watching like videos, for example. And I've just gone on my YouTube channel and I'm just gonna, choose a video for you guys to watch. No interruptions. Always let the ads run, guys. I'd really appreciate that. So the first thing I want to point out to you guys is the difference here. So you can see that this one is smaller up here than this is. And once again, Z Flip, S9 Plus. So we do have a smaller video when you're watching it in kind of portrait mode. With the Z Flip, you can go ahead and put it in flex mode. And that is basically going to black out the top and bottom. It still stays the same size. Now, if I go ahead and put them both in landscape mode, this one is a lot bigger when it is in full screen mode. But when we put them in this mode, the Z Flip is definitely smaller. I don't really love the aspect ratio here, but the actual details of the displays, it's so much better. Let me know which one you guys think looks better overall. Now, for those of you who have watched this far in the video, thanks for sticking with me. And I'm gonna let you guys know something important. There are definite cons about the Z Flip 4. It is not perfect despite what pretty much every YouTuber is telling you. There are definite cons about it, and one of those cons might be a deal breaker for you. So I have composed a video of the 6 major cons about the Z Flip 4 that I have noticed. So if you are interested in getting this phone, I would definitely recommend you watch that video. I have it at the top right or in the description below because I wanted you guys to be aware that there are cons about this phone. Finally, nearing the end of the video, you guys want to know, is this worth an upgrade from your current phone? Or do I think it's worth an upgrade as well from my current phone? So, am I going to keep the Z Flip 4 or am I going to send it back and keep my S9 Plus? Well, I am going to keep the Z Flip 4 and I'm going to be getting rid of my beloved S9 Plus. And I definitely do think for me, it is worth the upgrade. Despite the cons about this phone, for me personally, I'm able to look past those because I'm loving the user experience so much and it does have more pros than cons in my opinion. If you guys did find this video helpful, please go ahead and smash that like button for me. And now that I've told you, major pros about the Z Flip 4, comparing it to my older phone, let me know what you guys are gonna do. Have you decided if you're going to be getting the Z Flip 4? Do you already have it? If so, how are you liking it? Or are you not gonna get the Z Flip 4 at all? You just watched this video to, maybe get some more info on it. Comment down below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. I do read all the comments that come in and I'll try to respond to every single one of you. And finally, if you do want to get this phone, if you're someone who's like really on the fence, I would highly recommend that you, head to your local store, like your local Best Buy or something, and test out some of the display models, play around with them a bit, see if you like the feel of the phone, the form factor, everything like that. And if you're buying it online, definitely buy it from somewhere with a good return policy, like buying it directly from Samsung or from Amazon, for example. possible, because then if you don't like it, you can always return it. And one last thing, you can probably get an excellent trade-in value for your current phone if you're getting it from Samsung or getting it from, somewhere else that does provide trade-in values, because you could definitely get a nice chunk off the Z Flip 4. And if there's anything I missed today that you want to know, just go ahead and drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.